It sure is nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
And so, where
Like
are
I
you?
told my pastor, you're easy on the eye. He told me that.
I've been called worse.
Oh, that's supposed to be a
No, I know it
compliment.
is. I know it is. That's very sweet of you.
He called me the other day and talked for an hour, and I said, remember what I told you the first time I saw you? He said, yeah, really. I said, easy on the eye. He said, oh yeah.
Well, I'll just take that right home with me. Thank you so much. That's very kind.
Yeah.
So, where are you from originally?
Well, I graduated from Waco High
Okay.
and married a farmer, moved to West Texas and lived there till I moved down here.
Okay. Where in West Texas?
Roscoe,
Roscoe.
west of Abilene.
Sure enough. And well, tell me about how you met your husband.
Well, I was at a summer encampment and I met a friend that asked me one night if he could walk me to my cabin. And I said, so we did. He said, well, let's go sit on the park bench a while. So we did. We went to the park bench. And later he walked me to my room and there was 6 girls and I went. And they were all waiting up to hear my story. And of course, it was a encampment ground right outside of Waco. Well, I wasn't really encouraged by it, but anyway, I had a good time. And he asked me to the banquet the next night. I went to the banquet and I had several letters from him after this, after I got home, and he was pretty serious, too in too big a hurry. And he begged me to come to the rally that was being held close to San Marcos. And I really didn't want to go, but I went. And went with some friends. We stayed at people's homes. When I got that first night, well, he took me home and that was okay. I was, not really impressed, but he was a nice man, and so I was kind. And anyway, not in love like he was immediately. Well, we went to the next morning, the rally. We didn't go to the morning service. We went to the luncheon, my sister and I said, oh, there's some new guys here. There was 3 guys. And I said, oh. And we kept looking at each other through the crowd. Well, anyway, make a long story short, I had a date with him that night. His name was Irmgard Althof. So, I was glad I went because I knew when I saw that guy that I was going to marry him. It was just who I pictured for my husband. He was a handsome, dark-headed, curly-headed, had all the qualities that I really wanted. Well, anyway, I was hiding from Roland, when I met at the encampment grounds, and in a hot, sweaty car. He played baseball that evening with the crowd. Well, that night we had supper on the grounds, and I was in the area helping the ladies that prepared the meals, clean up, and somebody come tap me on my shoulder, and he said, oh, I would like to meet you. And I said, oh, he said, do you have plans for tonight? And I said, no, I could, but I can break them. So anyway, we had a date that night, went into San Marcos. And San Marcos always has a soft spot in my heart, because that's where I went with my husband, the first date we had. And there was his 2 friends, and his 2 friends, well, the reason he came to that rally was he just got in from the service. And his aunt and uncle asked him, said, why don't you go to the rally with us? And he said, I think I will. So, anyway, to make a long story real simple, that's where his aunt and uncle met at a rally. And anyway, the two boys that were with him were nice boys. And my sister, he said, "Is this your sister with you?" And I said, "Yes." And my sister had he said, "Well, Johnny wants to meet her." So Johnny met Pearl, my sister. And we rode home together, and his car went out. They had to go to the aunt and uncle's house first and bathe and clean up because they'd been playing baseball all evening. So we sat there, and he said, "Which one of y'all's going with Wilbert?" And I said, "I am." She said, "Oh." Anyway, she was kind of related and sweet, you know, wanted to, so anyway. He took us home, but his car, he had a Model T Ford. His car got hot, so we had to borrow his uncle's house or car to take me home. But we had a good time. Well, I don't know, I just had him on my heart the whole time, and one Saturday night, about 6 weeks later, there was a knock on my front door, and my mother was sewing me a dress, and I was trying on a dress, and my older sister answered the door, and he said, he asked her, "Is Irmgard here?" My sister looked a whole lot like me, and she said, "Oh, I knew that was Wilbert from what you had told me about him." She said, "Oh yeah, she'll be here in a minute." So I went and hurried and got into something presentable, and there he was. And we started dating, and that year for Christmas he gave me a dinner ring, and I said, well, I knew I loved him, but I wanted to have a little more time, you know. And I remember I gave him some cufflinks, had a little horse's head, little white pearls, little horse's head, little red eyes. I still have them. Anyway, it was a nice romance. And I graduated from Waco High in '45. I met him in '49, I guess. No, not '49, because I don't remember, a year later, but anyway. He asked me to marry him. And we had a wonderful time romancing. And he stayed in my family's house. My daddy told me when I had changed friends, he said, "Sis, you don't do this." I said, "My daddy, now look, I have to sow a little wild oats. And you haven't met Wilbert." Well, he's his favorite son-in-law. Anyway, he's a wonderful man, and I only had 38 years of marriage with him. I married a farmer, moved to West Texas. We had a big wedding in Waco, and went on honeymoon to Monterey, New Mexico. I've got pictures of my wedding. It was the first wedding in that church my daddy built. Beautiful church. Anyway, they had colored slides, and I have 3 colored slides of my wedding in 1950. But he just died too young. He died at 62. We had 2 wonderful children. But I said I never would marry a farmer, and I did. But I wouldn't have traded the 38 years I had with him for a lifetime with anyone. It was wonderful.
Thank you so much for sharing.
You all knew him.
Yeah. Well, we know you. We'll take that.
He came from a family of 6 children, and I came from a family of 6 children. There were 4 boys in his family and 2 girls, and mine was 4 girls and 2 boys. So his sister was my maid of honor, and my brother was his maid. He was his best man. But they were all in the wedding. Nice. And the song we had sung was at our wedding. It was a reading of it. Oh, if what's her name was in here could help me. It's a song. Anyway, and I have what's his name play it every time he's here. And my husband's favorite song was Stardust, and he plays it every time. And he's such a wonderful player. Every time you look back at me, and I say, oh, I just enjoy that musician so much that comes here.
That's terrific.
Oh, I think of the two names of the song in a minute. It's just left me right now. But Stardust is my favorite, and every time I hear that song by Hoagie Carmichael.
You bet.
Yeah.
Great song.
Oh, I had a wonderful 30, and I lived 29 years in Roscoe alone.
Okay.
And when my daughter and her husband, we had 2 children, a son and a daughter. I wanted a boy first, but I got a girl. And now I know why. Because my daughter wanted to move here to be closer to her 2 boys. And she said, Bobby, you got to sell your home and move to Roscoe. Move to Verde with us. And I said, oh, Debbie. So I had a lady helping me, and she was just wonderful, but she said, no, you can't stay here alone. So that was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. Moved down here, but I love it. It reminds me of Waco a whole lot, but and I love this little place. I've learned to be content in my one room.
That's wonderful.
It's a combination room where I had 3 bedroom, 2 baths,
This
big yard, love flower work.
little easier to manage.
Got pictures of my flowers. Really, really, I love yard work.